Hey, what's up, guys? This is my video for the Manchester United versus Fulham 1-0 win reaction. So yeah, this is going to be a new type. Oh shit, I didn't mean to talk to him. This is going to be a new type of video I want to try on this channel where I discuss Manchester United games while just having some chill Mario in the background. So if you like Mario, you can watch that. And if you are interested in Premier League, Manchester United, all that, well, you can just hear my just reactions to the games. So thought it'd be like a fun blend of things I'm known for. So okay, so debut game of the season, and it was against Fulham, which you know a team you can't underestimate. And I think we've learned that if you recall last year, we actually suffered a defeat to Fulham at Old Trafford. So for those who remember that, like this game, it was never a guarantee. I mean, nothing really is Manchester United these days, but it was not a guarantee going into this. I was actually pretty nervous, um, especially because in a recent interview, Eric Ten Hag said he doesn't feel the team is ready, and yeah, that didn't exactly build confidence going into this, but. Um, Yeah, so I guess my overall reaction now the games happened and all that is it was a job done and it was not a smooth not a smooth job. I don't think anybody expected it to be, but it was a 3 points. It was a scrappy win. Um, I would say Manchester United were the better team. I think I did feel we dominated. Definitely had the greater chances, higher possession and all that. Um, I mean, Fulham were definitely in it though. Um, there were some close calls, and I was definitely biting my fingernails at the end. But I'd say we deserved to win, but a scrappy win nonetheless. Really could have been uh, a nil-nil type game. So I'm just happy we got the 3 points because we actually have some difficult games coming up. So early in the season, we have Brighton. I think we're playing. I think it's away next in like about a week, and then we have I think Liverpool at home. So those are two games where yeah, we might not win either of them. So uh, I think we're definitely going to lose one of them. So um, yeah, we really needed these 3 points, and so I'm glad we got them because if we lost this match and we headed into the next games with a loss, I think it would be a really bad position. I think maybe we'd be talking about sacking the manager and all that because like if you lose the first 3 games of the season, that's bad. That's really bad. Um, but thankfully, we were victorious on this day. I, I I did sort of have this like deep down feeling. I'm like, we can't lose to Fulham at Old Trafford twice in a row, right? Like surely. I mean, you should never say never, but I was like, come on, right? Surely. Um, by the way, I'm just realizing it's actually pretty difficult to like focus on playing and like talking about something unrelated at the same time. Like I was talking about like Mario as I play this, it wouldn't be as difficult, but like talking about something entirely different and playing Mario is sort of hard actually. So if you see me like not like totally ignoring a star, that's probably why. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Uh, yeah, so yeah, bottom line, good win. Not many complaints. I guess we could talk about. I mean, there were some negatives you can take away. Like for one, I think we started pretty weak. Um, which actually sometimes I feel like we start well and get weaker as the game progresses. Whereas this game, we definitely we needed some time to adjust and get a footing. Because I thought the beginning was very I don't know. The beginning I was on edge for sure, and I was like, guys. But I think like at about I don't even know. Might have been the 15-minute mark, maybe earlier. we found our footing and started to really dominate the game. I felt like I felt like from like the 15th minute to like really the halftime um, mark, I feel like Fulham weren't really in the game. They had to sit back a lot, so we really dominated from that point on. Second half, yeah, we did get a little weaker, and I do think the subs we bring on make us weaker. But I mean, then again, we brought the subs on, then we got our goals. So um, interesting though, because you could say you could argue the goal was like a little bit against the run of play. I think if anything, Fulham were actually more dominant towards the end of the game. But I think they had a lapse of like of defending for a second, and we capitalized on that. So yeah, a scrappy win. Um, any win where you do that is a little scrappy, but we will take it though. I guess we can start getting into where rate like individual player performance. So right off the bat, I guess talk about Marcus Rashford. Um, he's an interesting one because I feel like on one hand, it's like it's like the same, more of the same we've seen last year, and nothing really stands out. And then at the same time, I don't know. It feels like I don't know. It's weird with him. It's almost like he's starting to find like his passion again for the sport because he's really a weird one where he just completely falls apart. But I don't know. I'm feeling something a little more optimistic with him, even though it's not like oh, it's not an amazing return to form. Like it's just I don't know. It's like he's my probably my favorite player, and I see like a glimpse of hope from his performance. It's not all it's not all negative, but yeah, I mean you know there's some stuff that you could definitely criticize. Like I feel like he's still running into danger of getting dispossessed pretty easily. He did actually make a good pass towards the end of the game, which I really don't know how Garnacho basically missed an open net from that Rashford pass, so that was definitely interesting. But I think Rashford, for example, yeah, he made the right choice there in passing. Last season, he might have gone for goal himself, so I like to see the character development there, and I think he did choose right. I'm trying to think if he had any good chances himself. I don't know if he did. Yeah, I don't think he did. Um, yeah, no, I don't think so. But ultimately, I'm gonna give Rashford like if I had to give him like I usually do like scores out of 10. He was probably like I don't know, like a 5 or 6. Like I'd say like you would expect more from him, but um, considering where he was at last season, he had a very shambolic season on a personal and professional level. I think I come up here. I would say, um, I would say it's a step in the right direction. Ah, shit. So yeah, I'll give him like a 6 this game. Not terrible. I'd like to see more from him. Um, I could definitely see some people questioning why he's on the pitch. I totally get that. Some people feel um, that he doesn't deserve it. Some people probably feel that other players deserve more of a chance, especially like starting. Um, and it's like I don't know. It's complicated. Like because if he finds his form, I don't really think anyone could question that he's the deserving starter. But right now, I was still in this sort of like down period, you're sort of right to question like, should we be seeing more of, you know, Ahmad, Garnacho? Like I understand it. Like shit, fell again. Yeah, again, not going to play very well during these talks, but it's sort of expected. All right, so that was sort of my Rashford bit, I guess. So next I'm gonna go. Let's do Ahmad. So I'm gonna be honest. Did not notice Ahmad a lot this game. I saw he was like a couple. He definitely made a couple progressive passes, which I was a fan of. He's definitely someone who keeps the ball more and is more mature with his passing and all that. But I didn't see a lot of him, and I would say like based off his preseason performance, you might be expecting a little more from him. If I'm being honest, like he didn't get involved too much. I mean, it was a scrappy game, so like weren't a lot of good attacks for him, but yeah, he wasn't in it too much. So I actually noticed Rashford more, even if like nothing necessarily came from Rashford. Um, yeah, I did notice him more. I think where does this take me? Oh yeah, just back out here. So I'm probably gonna give Ahmad a 5. Yeah, maybe a bit of a bummer from him. After an exciting preseason, you probably would have hoped for a better debut game to the season. So yeah, 5 for him. I'll go 6 for Rashford. I do think Rashford is looked a little more dangerous than Ahmad. Now we have Garnacho. So he's interesting because he didn't start this game. Came on as a late sub, 60th minute or whatever. And the thing about Garnacho is like as soon as he comes on, I just feel his presence, his speed, like the way he just takes on defenders. Like you're kind of like, I mean, like I said, Rashford's my favorite player, but you see Garnacho and you're like, man, why don't I see more of this from the other guys? Like literally, Garnacho comes on and like in 2 minutes he's already like making himself very known and like he looks so threatening and like you could just cut in and shoot at any point. And yeah, he's just a real danger. I'm so happy we have him. Uh, but I mean, look, I'm gonna give him a 6 this game because he didn't, like I said, late sub, didn't really have a lot of time to do anything. But like in terms of like, I don't know, like threats per minute, he's definitely, in my opinion, like leagues above like Rashford, Ahmed, especially in this game. Like I just think he's so much more like capable and threatening. Uh, and just like a flair player is really how I describe him. Um, so yeah, Garnacho, I'm gonna give a 6. I guess a 6 because, like I said, came on late, doesn't really have a lot of time to like impact the game, but he looks promising though. He should start. Then I feel like he might have like a 7 or 8 out of 10 games. So I think people fear. I think opposition teams fear Garnacho. So that's a yeah. So I'm gonna give him a 6. Um, Mason Mount. Now Mason Mount, I've been critical of in the past. I have some friends who are Chelsea fans, so we actually kind of agree on Mason Mount and are like, what the hell is he doing with his career? Uh, like, what is his point here at the club? Because it's actually not very obvious. Like, if anyone, oh shit, just fell. If anyone in the chat knows what Mason Mount's purpose in the club is, just let me know because I'm a little confused myself. But I don't know. He didn't really impose himself. I mean, I saw him doing um, couple of passes that I liked. I liked his I liked the passing in the box, and I think it's like it's weird. It's like he's basically just Bruno 2.0. Like I feel like he's doing a very Bruno role where he's like finding these like Hollywood long passes. Um, so I just feel like he doesn't contribute a lot, and I think he missed a pretty clear chance, and I was like, oh come on. Um, by the way, also fun, like just random little fact, he had the honor of picking up the first yellow card of the season. So you know, congrats to Mason Mount there. I think I have to climb down and jump down. I don't know. I'm gonna give Mason Mount probably a 5. I don't really have a lot to say. I feel like that's a pretty common theme with Mason Mount. I never have a lot to say about him. He's just here. I don't know why. I don't think anyone knows why. Uh, okay, I should be able to. Wait, is a coin here? I don't know. I thought the coin was here. Maybe not. I don't know why I thought it was. I guess I never checked. To be fair, I just assumed. All right, now let's do Bruno Fernandez. Actually, you know what? I should do Joshua Zirkzee. So he came on as a late sub, but he scored the winner. So crazy debut. First, basically first 10 minutes ever playing for the club, and he scores the winner. So definitely a debut people will remember, and I gotta say it makes me excited for him. The guy is massive. Like he's one of those people where like he's apparently 6'4", but like if you told me he was like 6'7", I would have believed you because like the guy is huge. Um, Definitely looks like he's a threat, and the shot is fantastic that he scores with. And at first I was like, I didn't know who shot that. I thought it was like McTominay at first. Thought it was an own goal. Like I didn't really know like what happened, and then I'm like, holy crap, it's Joshua Zirkzee. So that was, dude. Where's this last red? Better not be in here. So I think based off the goal alone, Xerxes deserves a 7, even though he's a late sub and actually didn't have too many touches in the game. So I'm gonna give him a 7, and I'm excited to see where his career goes. Seems pretty promising. It's always good to have a good start, you know. Am I gonna die? No, 6 health. I don't know where this last red is. It's pissed me off. I mean, I assume all the reds are in this cathedral, right? Hold on, I actually have an idea. Let's check here. Anyway, who else I have to talk? Let's do Casemiro because Casemiro is really interesting because joins the club, has a good first season, like a nightmare second season where basically you have people saying like he should retire from the sport, like because basically people are saying he's old, he's finished, but he's still here now. Uh, and honestly, a lot of people are suggesting that he might be making like a redemption season because he's looking more fit, he's looking more involved, he's looking, I don't know, just he's not as off it as he was like last season was just, I don't know, something was off. Um, some people were talking about his weight and stuff. It was just overall a bad situation. But there's the red. Okay, yeah, I died, but at least I know where the red is. In this sack, you can die and you keep your coins. So I'm gonna give Casemiro a 6, but some people will probably think he deserves like a 7. Like some people are like he's back. I don't know if I'm like on the hype train yet with him because I've seen I think we've all seen some pretty geriatric shit coming from him in the past season, but I don't know. I mean, he might have really got himself fit, really had to look at himself. Um, and yeah, I mean, he was also playing like center back for like a lot of the seasons, a lot of the games last season. So I don't think that's really a fair display of his abilities. So it's cool to see him back. So yeah, Casemiro, I'm gonna give a 6. Kobe Mainu. Now, Kobe Mainu is interesting because he's pretty much the most exciting player at Manchester United. I think. I mean, you have Garnacho, Rasmus. I still think Rashford, but that's more controversial. Uh, and it's like I don't know. It's like there's sort of all this hype around him, and for good reason. I mean, I don't like people like, oh, comparing him. He's the next blah blah blah. I don't like people saying that, but he has a lot of hype around him, and a lot of it's justified. I mean, he played a key role in the in England's Euros run, which did make it to the finals. For anybody who didn't watch that, it was very interesting, to say the least. I think I need a triple jump up here. But anyway, I felt like this game he was getting a little bullied, a little picked on. I think because as much skill as he has, as much of a dynamic player as he is still, I think he's what, 19 now. He's a little young, and I just think people like might try to like, especially Fulham. Like if you look at Fulham's players, oh, they're so physical. Like that guy Iwobi is literally like he could be like a American football player. Like I feel like they sort of pick on Manu because he's smaller and it's just the easy target. Even though um, he really is a bright star in a very dim team. That's not a lot to write home about. So I think I know I'm giving most people a 6. I think maybe a 6 is like just average, like not bad, not really particularly good. I I mean I did give Xerxes a 7. I think Manu's probably a 6. Like very average. Like some people could even go 5 a little bit because he didn't really impose himself too much, but I think I'm gonna give him a 6. Be a little generous. He is young. He's younger. I think he's like my age, maybe even younger. So he's just a kid. You have to cut him some slack. Um, okay, McTominay. So McTominay is interesting because I think whenever he comes on, we're kind of like, oh, yeah, I've seen this before. McTominay comes on, either gets a winner, like a late winner, out of nowhere, or just does nothing. So we're all like, all right, that's kind of like a gamble here. I don't know if I'm necessarily excited about this, but he came on, and soon after we did score a winner. So I don't even know how I feel about McTominay this game. I guess it's probably a 6 just because he's involved. I believe he made the pass to score, so he technically got the assist. Um, so good job there. I mean, look, no matter what you feel about McTominay, he's definitely a very loyal servant to the club. Um, he's definitely a lot of points. He's won us through individual. I don't even know luck. I don't know what you call it, but I don't know. The guy is just the main character sometimes, and it's pretty incredible. So I'm gonna give McTominay I guess a 6, but without the assist and the goal, it's probably a 5. Uh, so yeah, who else came on as a sub? Trying to think. Yeah, I did that. I didn't do Bruno yet. Okay, so Bruno Fernandes, our captain. Um, yeah, I think most people would agree. Like this is a pretty abysmal performance. Um, maybe abysmal is too strong of a word, but it was pretty poor and sloppy from Bruno. Um, first of all, he could have had 2 goals. Um, sort of flops both of them. Um, that's not great. Also, I just think some of his passing and decision making wasn't. I don't know. It's not quite there. Like we saw this a little last year from Bruno. It's just sometimes he just plays he's so reckless on the ball, and he's like he's always trying to make them like what is the most like optimal pass like you could possibly make, like this ridiculous crazy pass, and like I see him doing it, and I'm like, oh man, dude, can you just stop it? Can you just play a normal pass? Keep the ball like I don't know. It's like it's too much sometimes. I get it. That's what his thing is, like finding the perfect pass over the top where like it's just this beautiful ball to like Rashford. Everybody's just in awe. But I don't know. Sometimes one too many of those, and yeah, also wasn't very clinical today. He'll be disappointed with himself. He doesn't have at least a goal to his name. Because yeah, he probably had our best chances. I mean, Garnacho also really flubbed a shot too. To be fair, there's a coin. I was like, where the fuck is this coin? There's the other coin too. Hmm. Sometimes it is pretty crazy how high the long jump gets. So yeah, Bruno, bit of a disappointing start. I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10. It definitely feels like he was a bit below par for like a lot of these like 6 out of 10s I'm giving. I feel like he was a little worse than them. So I'm gonna give Bruno Fernandez a 5 out of 10. All right, moving on to let's go with defense. So let's start with Diego Dallo. He had a, I mean, I didn't notice him too much. He definitely had a good few defensive tackles. Um, yeah, I don't have a lot to say about him. He was probably our most consistent player last season, so we really need him. We really need a continuity there with him because he really saved our asses a lot of times last season. Uh, besides that one Chelsea game, but that's besides the point. He's really a key player for us, and yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. Now, Lissandro Martinez. I I don't know. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion because I saw some people like hyping his performance up. Is it just me or did he get cooked a couple times by a Wobie on the down the right side? And people are saying like, oh, like Martinez sent you back to the gym, and it's like I don't know what game they were watching because I kind of think Wobie was the one sending him back to the gym. Actually, pretty brutal um, down that right hand side. Uh, I guess that's part of the fun of football, though. Like different, um, different opinions, different perspectives on the game. Because I thought Martinez got cooked a little bit, but definitely some good defensive moments as well. Um, can't really complain. So yeah, I'm gonna give I'll give him. He's like a 5.5/6. I always give him a 6, but like I said, I do feel like he was exposed a couple times. Yeah, a Wobie like sent him back to Ajax a little bit. So that was not a great sight to see. Thankfully, they didn't make anything of that chance. Oh shit. Who next? Let's talk about none other than Harry Maguire. So Harry Maguire, maybe not the ideal starter for most people, but he put in a good shift this game. I can't. I don't know if I have anything. I don't know if he really made any blunder. I mean, there was one time where he actually saved our asses. Might have been a little lucky, but he saved our asses on that 2v1 in the I think it was the second half, um, where he basically just it's a 2v1 and there's like a pretty clear pass to make over on the left side, and Maguire just sort of holds his position and stands still, and he just blocks it. Very perfect because I feel like that's a very easy goal if that goes wrong. So like in the clutch moments where we needed Maguire, he stepped up big. And yeah, maybe it was a little lucky too, to be honest with you. But listen, oh dude, come on. I hate this tree. We take the luck when we get it, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna give Maguire a 7, honestly, because come to think of it, I feel like he had the best. I feel like he was like the best uh, defender today. In terms of saving our asses, getting us out of trouble. I'm gonna give Maguire a 7. Dude, what was that? That was so shit. That was just whatever. Um, so yeah, oh yeah, you know what? I just realized. I think usually when you do player ratings, you're supposed to start with the keeper, but I just totally skipped the keeper. So I guess Onana. I mean, clean sheet. So clean sheet's already a good. You're off to a good start. Uh, didn't really have a lot to do. Um, made a couple good saves. No like howler saves. Like nothing I wouldn't really expect a Premier League keeper to save. Like he had to make a save for that one shot off the edge of the box. Um, bruh. Oh my god, dude, that Goomba hit me off. I would have been like, dude. But yeah, pretty average for him. Probably 6 as well. I hope to see a better season from him because I was someone who thought he was like basically dreadful for most of the last season. So I'm not a big, not a super like Onana D rider. I don't hate him, but I just think we need to see a lot more. If I'm being honest, I think I killed that guy. I did remember there being a piranha around here. Anyway, who else I had to talk about? Oh yeah, so Delict came on as a sub. Yeah, didn't really see much of him. Just a standard score of 6 seems fair. Uh, dude, the camera in here is so dreadful. Yeah, Delict was a 6. Like it was a very average performance. So like, it's not that hard to see why. I'm just giving out 6s. Yeah, what do you? The camera in here is so bad. What is this shit? I'm trying to focus on the talking, but anyway, who else do I have to rate? Technically, Evans came on, but I mean, what did he really do? Let's be honest. Uh, so probably a. I mean, I don't know. What do you give it? What do you give Johnny Evans? I mean, he's such a loyal member of the club, still fighting for us at like age 49 or whatever. Bro, this room is so bad. This room is so bad. I'm like not even. Anyway, who else do I have to talk about here? Trying to think. Did Mount. Hmm. Oh yeah, there's a prawn over here. Who else? Did Xerxes. Hmm. Hmm. Sancho didn't come on. I thought he might, but I don't really know what's going on. His place in the team is not good. I guess that's everyone. Like, oh, I could do a rating for the manager. Um, again, if there's anyone who came on that I missed, just let me know. But I think I got everyone. Did Ericsson go on? No, I don't think so. Here's hundreds. But yeah, so now Tanog, I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10 because I think getting this debut win was massively important, and ultimately, it was the subs he brought on who got him the win. So I think tactically, it's basically a tactical masterclass. Um, Maybe masterclass is a strong word, but I think he pretty much got everything right. Um, and I'm pretty excited to see what Tenok has cooking this season because I feel like last season he basically just didn't get what he wanted at all. Like had to really make do with shitty circumstances that no one could really thrive in. I want to keep hugging this tree because I feel like there is a piranha somewhere. Huh? I think I circled. Nope, yeah, circled it entirely. So guess not. Oh, I think I know where there's one I missed. Near the. Oh no, that's course one entry. It's near like the entry to the next course. Pretty sure there's one here. Is that the last one? Oop. I feel like there's one on a tree. I forgot. Oh yeah. So I guess since I need a little more time until I find this piranha, I guess I'll just talk about the other games because I did watch uh, the other games that were on Saturday. So I would say there's definitely a lot of teams that we need to watch out for. A lot of good performances out there. For starters, Liverpool looks solid. I think a lot of us were curious, like how they would transition over Arne Slot. Well, really Jurgen Klopp giving up um, his role as manager and transitioning to Arne Slot. But considering they kept the exact same squad, I think, and if anything, they're firing on like all cylinders, like even more like I don't know, like I really think they're going to be a threat because they had a slow first half against Ipswich Town, but like second half they really found their groove, and I'm like, oh, this is like classic. This is classic Liverpool right here. It's like vintage, like just so much attacking and like everyone's just shooting in the box, like just a vintage Liverpool. So they're back. Same thing with Arsenal. Like Arsenal haven't missed a beat. Like they're back, and it looks like it's literally just it's last season again. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like they might touch 90 points this season, because they're still so good, and they have the experience of now they have 2 seasons where they were in the title race until the very end. So especially last season. So like Arsenal are still going stronger than ever. I think and I hate to say this because we're playing them next. Brighton looked pretty damn good. I mean, they had like the biggest victory so far. They had a 3-0 victory against Everton. They kind of whooped them, to be honest. So we have to, considering we're playing them next week, that's not a good sign to see that form, especially because we're playing them at home. Yeah, Brighton, I don't think, obviously, they're not at the level of the two threats I just mentioned, but there's something to look out for. And finally, well, actually, there's two more threats. I think Newcastle and Villa, I think they're both right in it. I mean, Villa got an away win at West Ham, like debut of the season. That's very hard to do. Like winning at West Ham is already pretty challenging. Like I think Arsenal lost there last year. It's already hard to do. So the fact that Villa went and did that on their debut, like that's a very good start for them. Like, because it's a tough ways to go. Um, Generally speaking, I mean they got battered a couple of times last season, but generally speaking, that's a hard place to go. Um, Very defensive squad. So Villa are definitely right back in the mix. And I think Newcastle as well because even though they only got a 1-0 victory over a relegation team, they got a victory with a red card, a dodgy red card. I didn't watch that game, just going off what I heard. Um, and getting winning a game with a red card like right off the bat, like that's pretty hard to do in the Premier League. Definitely deserves some props for that. So I think Newcastle, I think they might be stronger this year than last year, especially in the Premier League, because they just have less to focus on, and I just think they're going to be less riddled with injuries, and they're going to be a threat as well. So right off the bat, I think I just mentioned like 5 teams who like are a potential threat to us, and like even though we got the win and such, like these 5 teams are like right with us. So like I mean, it's the beginning of the season, isn't what I mean? I guess to be right with us, but like you're already seeing like there's a lot of like threats popping up, and in terms of Brighton, we're gonna be meeting them very soon, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I think that sums up my thoughts for this video. It actually went a bit long, especially for the first one, but there's a lot to talk about being the debut and all. Uh, but yeah, I'm excited for this season, and yeah, I'll keep in touch with these videos. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Bye.